super with my sports and recreation. I eat a clean diet. I'm a vegan. How could this happen to me? And so I was in grad school, and of course, I'm getting more into my craft. And so in grad school, I studied health science and nutrition, and I was even more dead set. I'm like, okay, I'm eating what I believe to be healthy, and so I had to reduce it even more. And so I began to start eat, eating healthier, and I started to cut out some of those processed vegan foods just because I'm realizing, okay, these aren't as healthy. And looking on the back, you should be able to explain many, if not all, the ingredients that are on your food. So my lipoma is getting bigger and bigger. It's swelling. It's getting uncomfortable. I feel like it's causing me these tension headaches because I would get tension headaches on the left side of my head, and it was brutal. It was rough sometimes. I'd get these headaches and I'd feel dizzy, and it was hard. Like it's hard to explain. I couldn't. There were some times I couldn't focus, and it felt like I'm like drifting back, and it was hard for me to like focus my eyes. Like my eyes were rolling the back of my head or something. It was a weird time. I would get these headaches. I would feel super dizzy, just weird, right? So that went on for a while, and let me check because I had to take a picture. I'm gonna post a picture of it right here. I didn't really take I don't really take pictures of myself, but I do have the picture of the lipoma. So May the 11th, 2023, I got it cut out of me just because I'm like I can't do this. And so rewind just a little bit. I skipped a little bit. I went to go see the dermatologist, and they couldn't help me. Of course, I was sad. They couldn't help me, and they recommended me to a surgeon, and he spoke to him, and he couldn't help me the way I wanted to be helped. I wanted to know, hey, how can I reverse this? Hey, is it something that I did? Is it something that I'm doing that got me to this point? And of course, we classified it was a lipoma. It's fatty. It's non-cancerous, and I wasn't able to get that answer. There was only one thing that he was able to tell me, and that it was heredity. Heredity could have possibly played a role in this, but being educated in that sector, I'm like, I can't run with that. I can't go with that because I know about epigenetics. Just because you have a certain genetic precursor does not mean that you will develop said condition, said expression, said trait, because your your heredity, those are the bullets to the gun, and then your lifestyle, that's what determines whether the bullets stay and the traits and expressions lay dormant, or whether the gun fires and conditions begin to appear. So I couldn't take that as an answer, and it took a little bit longer for me to just say, hey, we're gonna go ahead and get the surgery. But the one thing that was getting me is because I couldn't. It's getting to a point to where I feel like I couldn't work or be productive anymore, because it got that bad with the tension headache. So I went ahead and said, let's do it. Got the surgery, and mind you, I'm super health guy. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I eat clean. I go in there and they're trying to numb me up and give me this medicine. I'm like, no, I don't want it. And my girlfriend, she was like, I really want you to do this, and accept the help that they're trying to give you. And I'm like, this is enough help. Just cut it out my back. And the nurse there is like, are you sure you don't want any? I'm like, no, I don't want any drugs. Okay, let's go. So we cleaned the area. I got in a little gown. I sat on the table, and I noticed that there was like a little music box, and I was like, hey, turn that music on. Let's get it. And so I lied down on the table, And I think there were a couple other people in there. I think someone was observing. I think a medical student was observing, and so I'm sure that was a sight for him to see.